No.
Well, yeah, there we are.
Okay, so what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the new episode of AEW's Dynamite. Well, we have some shocking news, and I'm John, and of course that's Michael Paul right there. Mike, take it away, bro.
Hi again, everyone. Michael Paul back with you. Alongside me, of course, John Batcher as always. And we have two, I guess you could say, unfortunate stories. Nobody got, well, no, I don't want to say nobody got hurt. But first of all, Tammy Lynn Sytch, WWE Hall of Famer, Tammy Lynn Sytch. I forgot what year she was inducted. But
2011.
2011. But Tammy has been arrested and, from what I can tell, has been charged with disorderly conduct, drunken driving, has had her license revoked, and has been sentenced to 17 years. Let me say that again. Has been sentenced to 17 years with 8 years of probation. So I don't think we're going to be seeing Tammy outside of TMZ for quite a while. Also, Taylor Swift, who is on her current Erases tour, or Eras tour, which seems to be never ending, coincidentally. Anyway, 3 shows of Taylor's tour in Austria have been canceled. This is because of a possible terrorist threat in Vienna, and also threats of possible harm to Taylor. So she is not canceling the shows, she has postponed them. She will pick the tour back up in October, where she will start again in Miami. And from Miami, she will go back to Vienna. Anyone who bought tickets to the 3 original shows in Vienna, those tickets will be honored the day of the rescheduled shows. So, not all hope is lost. Fear not. You will see Taylor Swift live. Again, the shows are not canceled, they are postponed. So, Taylor is coming. It just may be a while. Also, breaking news from CNN, anyone who is a fan of the late Luther Vandross will be very happy to know that in 2025, CNN will air a new documentary. Again, this is a documentary, not a biopic. A new documentary called Luther Vandross, Never Too Much. There's not a confirmed air date, but it will be in 2025. And, and it is confirmed that Friday, April 15th of 2025, the official release date of Michael, starring his nephew, Jafar Jackson. Jafar is, I believe, the youngest of Jermaine's children. So obviously, if he's playing Michael, the family is on board with this. So for the first time, we may actually get the whole Michael Jackson story, warts and all, as they say. But those are the 2 big things I wanted to cover. Michael, Taylor, Tammy, and Luther, the 4 things I wanted to cover. And no updates on the flooding at Dollywood, but of course we'll keep you up to date when we hear more. And Kamala Harris has chosen former Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. So it should be an interesting next few months leading up to November for the election. At any rate, to my girls, my good nights to Christy, Crystal, Megan, Amanda, Mackenzie, Noah, Caitlin, I love you all very, very much. Mwah. You've been a blessing to me from day one, and I thank you so much for being such a wonderful part of my life. And Caitlin, so glad to know that you're okay now. You had me worried for a little bit, but so glad to know that you're okay now. With that being said, we are 11 minutes into Dynamite. I'm not quite sure where we're at, but we're 11 minutes into Dynamite. And we begin with MJF. And thank you for watching along with us because it's Wednesday night and you know what that means.
It's fight night.
And that means we go live now to Excalibur, Taz, and Tony Schiavone. And again, thank you for watching along with us. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite is live from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We're diving straight into Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That's where we're at. Excalibur, joined by the Super Fishing Taz, the great Tony Schiavone, and the indescribable Don Callis for every contest. Hold on. This is going to be a historic night, Taz. Your opening contest is going to be limited on a simple call in a 30-minute time limit. In the ring from Plainview, Long Island, New York. Weight 226 pounds. He is the American champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Oh, look, he's got stars and stripes of Heidi White. Look at that.
Yeah, he has his face as stars.
Friday night event. It was a tough test for MJF, but ultimately he did perform. A lot of people want to say about Mexico, of course, everything. Huh? He does is the man that will challenge. You're doing what?
Johnny B. Nori wants us to put our bowls somewhere so they can dry.
Listen, Linda, I'm watching AEW.
I'm just trying to dry the skin.
We're going live now.
25th time and running for that AEW American Championship. Will Ospreay.
You know, if they're
Ospreay, here comes.
if their pay-per-views weren't or free, well, if they were free, they would. You have to concept behind pay-per-view. You have to pay for it. That's why it's called pay-per-view. See how that works? Anyway, but if they weren't fucking $50 each one, I would love to see that. But it's the whole pay part of pay-per-view that I'm trying to avoid.
Why can't they have the same thing like they do with Peacock, like have their premium live event?
Because they don't have because WWE, which is Peacock, they don't have, there is, I don't think, any other platform for them to stream on.
Let me explain something to you, you Australian oaf. Either you lock up and be like a real wrestler, or I'm taking my belt and I'm leaving this podunk town right now. Well, this is an eliminator match, so I don't give a damn. Shut up. MJF is counting Fletcher locked up like a man. Fletcher would earn a shot at the title. And the MJF walks out of this match. I want to go back, Don. I know you were concerned about the condition and even going up against Brian Cage of Kyle Fletcher. How's he doing right now? Is he 100%? He can't be after what happened. You don't come out of a long match with an athlete like Brian Cage completely unscathed, but there you go. It's a crowd there. Fletcher counters. And MJF, since his return, that backslide, 2 into escape of Fletcher. Fletcher applying pressure here. MJF does that sunset flip type. Fletcher almost had him. Yeah, nice high stack right there by Kyle, and he gets himself a side headlock. And Fletcher scoops up MJF. Powerful body slam. Yeah, full body slam right there. A lot of intensity. Good job by Kyle Fletcher there. I'll tell you what, Kyle's looking good. You got a couple of guys in their mid-20s here. They recuperate better than guys our age, that's for sure. Oh, that's the truth. Nice running back elbow by MJF there. Fletcher was building up ahead of steam. MJF shutting him down. Great timing by MJF.
I didn't check how
Very smart move.
Fletcher's a heel or face now.
He's a former AEW World Champion. That's well documented. So he understands when to shut a guy down and when not. But Fletcher. Oh, there we go. MJF to crack those knees together on the ears, box the ears essentially. Up Kyle Fletcher with MJF's own knees. Taz, I don't know that anyone does a better job of scouting opponents than MJF. He's excellent at it, there's no doubt. He went right after the arm there, close to top rope. Yeah, which that top rope is called was super tight. Super tight, high tension steel cable.
How's Miss Erica
All
today?
three ropes, technically speaking, but now MJF trying. Fletcher. Perhaps all in service. That's something here that Fujiwara.
Well, he and Paula couldn't get kind of defeat time, but
MJF, the most loathsome of all individuals, present company excluded. Very nice. Listen, I'll say this. MJF has successfully negated the size advantage so far. Very smart wrestler.
it can be with Florida too, but not to the same extent. Although I heard both of them speak to people very rudely. Me included. They seem to think that I'm sleeping for some reason.
I never see you sleep in our class.
I'm starting to think that I need to go in there and talk non-stop. So the minute I get in there, the minute I leave, just so that they don't think I'm sleeping.
So, it's the ranginess too. And that's
It's just crazy to see why they think that you're asleep.
Yet I don't want to go back in there because of all the things they can talk about.
Dictating the pace to Kyle Fletcher, much like he did on Friday night against Templario. Templario, a very quick wrestler, as is Kyle Fletcher, who now MJF. Fletcher inverted.
Oh,
Shoulder breaker.
That looked like
MJF
where the
controlling
shoulder
the pace,
that looked like
making
Triple
it
H's
out of his game. And right now, MJF.
Yeah.
Don, you talk about MJF scouting opponents very, very well. Obviously, Kyle Fletcher on Saturday took a beating on that left arm as well, thanks to Brian Cage. So he's hammering that. And it's great strategy from MJF. Who, by the way, is the American champion. Wow, coverage. So powerbomb Fletcher high on the neck and shoulders, but able to survive. It's tough to do on a guy, again, back to the height thing, a guy the size, the height of Fletcher, but it was impressive. An inverted gut wrench there, bomb by MJF. Hard to lock up those long legs. Yeah, his body is so long in Fletcher. See, I do not agree with that. So there's nothing about MJF that I agree with. Now, MJF. I think if Max has a weakness, guys, it's this. Yeah, teasing off of the kangaroo kid. This has always, to me, been the one flaw in Max's game that we're going to see if Kyle has a well scouting does. Kyle, that flip kick, full extension on it, using his leg, catching MJF right under the chin. That was a shot and a half by Fletcher. Great job, great flexibility and extension on that crescent thrust kick right there. Referee Paul Turner checking on both competitors. And Tony Schiavone, you mentioned it, MJF is the AEW American Champion. And on Sunday, August 25th, Wembley Stadium, all in London. He will defend against the former AEW International Champion, the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay. You feel like a chance to join us for All in London, Ticketmaster.co.uk, livenation.co.uk. If you can't be there in person, we will be live on pay-per-view Sunday, August 25th. And Fletcher now gaining the advantage on the American Champion. And you're down right here. I cannot believe we're only 18 days away from All in London. I mean, it's been rapidly approaching. It's almost here, guys. You hear that, Fletcher? Trying to hammer throw into the corner, but MJF held on. But Fletcher now, 6 out. Side slam. Lean back. The leg block. MJF able to break free. Super close right there for Kyle. Almost got him. The great thing about Kyle Fletcher, guys, is no moment is too huge for him, and you're seeing it tonight. Looks very calm in there, very focused. It's as you talked about the big match experience of MJF. I mean, it's going to be a big match on August 25th. It was a big match last year, Wembley Stadium, when MJF defended the AEW World Championship in the main event in front of 81,000 fans. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you were competing on that event last year at Wembley. That's going to equate to a lot of big match experience just from that one show. Fletcher, though, with a high kick catching MJF while he was on the apron. Kyle's got to try to follow up here with something. Just be careful. You want to make sure Max is not playing possum on the outside. Yeah, he did last time.
Oh, that's going to be a good ass match tonight. What's that? Remember that one night that you told me that Brian and Jarrett?
Oh, yeah.
Fortune favors the bold, as they like to say. I would have stayed in the ring. He took a chance, paid off.
Yes, I never heard anyone say that about Fletcher or Bulls, but I get you saying that. But right now, MJF getting himself out of harm's way. That's smart.
So, as you know, we talk so much about the ring acumen of
Okay,
MJF. He's just
I just don't get it.
a lucid person.
LA Knight is in two separate games.
And look at Fletcher. He is going to
Actually,
the win. What the hell is Kyle up to here, Don?
3.
What's he doing?
Well, we talked about this.
He was in 30, 2K22, 2K23, now he's in 2K24. Now he's in Wrestling Code.
You know, you want to get pulled off yourself and hit your opponent. You're still landing really hard. And that top turnbuckle on top. Well, let's take a look at here and watch the landing on both these men. That's tough when you're landing on your feet right there. It buckles your knees and your ankles.
100%. Well, Jazz, and we've seen guys jump off and break ankles.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely get hurt badly. Right back up top. I don't know if I like this.
Fletcher sends to the top of MJF, trying to take himself on play, but we saw the risks that Fletcher's willing to take with MJF. MJF's looking like he's on the sidelines, taking full time. Now it's not halftime, so we go.
Well, you needed oxygen after the Will Ospreay match, so this is not surprising. MJF's intellect is really unmatched, I think, in professional wrestling right now. And he's showing it, making all the good strategic moves.
to get out of harm's way. Oh, drop toe. Fletcher crashing into the barricade. And MJF underneath the bottom rope to break the count. Fletcher even more struggling before now as MJF digging his teeth into his forehead. What is wrong with him? That he has to take a fan's hat and throw it away. He's insecure. He's a jerk. He's just got tripped up into the barricade. Who's a psycho? And I think there's nothing wrong with what he did with that fan, other than it put him in a position that he let his opponent get too much. That's a good call, Don. It really is. Who cares about the fan? Wait a second. Fletcher just flinging himself at MJF.
Sorry, I want to backtrack this because I feel like I'm missing this.
Championship. Will Ospreay. Now! Well, this is an eliminator match, so give it down, shut up! MJF is counting Fletcher will earn a shot like a man. Fletcher will earn a shot at the title. And you got MJF walks out of this match. I want to go back, Don. I know you were concerned about the condition and even going up against Brian Cage of Kyle Fletcher. How's he doing right now? Is he 100%? He can't be after what happened. You know what? You come out of a long match with an athlete like Brian Cage completely unscathed, but there you go. Oh, it's a crowd there. Fletcher counters. And MJF, since his return, now backslide, 2, able to escape Fletcher. Fletcher applying pressure here. MJF just that sunset flip tight. Fletcher almost had him. Yeah, nice high step right there by Kyle. Then he gets himself a side headlock. And swing and miss there by Fletcher. Scoops up MJF. Powerful body slam. Yeah, full body slam right there. A lot of intensity. Good job by Kyle Fletcher there. I'll tell you what, Don, he's looking good. You got a couple of guys in their mid-20s here. They recuperate better than guys our age has, that's for sure. Oh, that's the truth. Nice running back elbow by MJF there. Fletcher was building up ahead of steam. MJF shut him down. Great timing by MJF and a very, very smart move. Max has a lot of big match experience. He's a former AEW World Champion. That's well documented. So he understands when to shut a guy down and when not. But Fletcher, MJF, though, crack those knees together on the ears, box the ears essentially. Up Kyle Fletcher with MJF's own knees. Taz, I don't know that anyone does a better job of scouting opponents than MJF. He's excellent at it. There's no doubt. He went right after the arm there, plus the top rope. Yeah. Which that top rope is called was super tight. Super tight, high tension steel cable on that top rope. All 3 ropes, technically speaking, but now MJF toggling that left shoulder of Fletcher. Perhaps all in service. That salt to the earth, that Fujiwara armbar and MJF employs. MJF, the most loathsome of all individuals, present company excluded. Very nice. Listen, I'll say this. MJF has successfully negated the size advantage so far. Very smart wrestler. Well, the only the size advantage I'll say down is height. So I don't equate size to height. I think that as far as a thickness, muscularity, these guys are probably similar in poundage. Maybe MJF has a little bit more, but I get what you're saying. Just let's not confuse height with size. It's a leverage game when you've got those long limbs, Taz. That's all it is, but this big little guy was a 5'8" wrestler, so I'm a little bit, Well, Fletcher now using his right hand to batter the midsection of MJF, but MJF, handful of hair driving down Kyle Fletcher. But to the point you make it about having a height advantage, so it's the ranginess too, and that's what Fletcher does have over MJF is that range advantage. The reach definitely in Fletcher's favor, but MJF doing a good job of dictating the pace to Kyle Fletcher, much like he did on Friday night against Templario. Templario, a very quick wrestler, as is Kyle Fletcher, who now MJF was. Fletcher inverted and that shoulder breaker. MJF controlling the pace, making his opponent play his game. And right now, MJF. Don, you talking about MJF scouting opponents very, very well. Obviously, Kyle Fletcher on Saturday took a beating on that left arm as well, thanks to Brian Cage. So he's hammering that, and it's great strategy from MJF. Who, by the way, is the American champion.
Wow, coverage. So powerbomb Fletcher high on the neck and shoulders, but able to survive. It's tough to do on a guy, again, back to the height thing, a guy the size, the height of Fletcher, but it was impressive. An inverted gut wrench there, bomb by MJF. Hard to lock up those long legs. Yeah, it's probably so long being Fletcher.
See, I do not agree with that. So there's nothing about MJF that I agree with.
Now, MJF.
I think if Max has a weakness, guys, it's this.
Yeah, teasing for the kangaroo kick.
This has always, to me, been the one flaw in Max's game that we're going to see if Kyle has it what's doing this.
And Kyle, that fourth kick, full extension on it, using his left, catching MJF right under the chin. That was a shot and a half by Fletcher. Great job, great flexibility and extension on that crescent thrust kick right there. Referee Paul Turner checking on both competitors. And Tony Schiavone, you mentioned it, MJF is the AEW American Champion. And on Sunday, August 25th, Wembley Stadium, all in London. He will defend against the former AEW International Champion, the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay. You still have a chance to join us for All in London. Ticketmaster.co.uk, livenation.co.uk. If you can't be there in person, we live on pay-per-view Sunday, August 25th. As Fletcher now gaining the advantage on the American Champion and wearing a dead right hand.
I cannot believe we're only 18 days away from All in London. I mean, it's been rapidly approaching. It's almost here, guys.
Look at that, Fletcher trying to hammer throw into the corner, but MJF held on. But Fletcher now 6 out. Side slam. Lean back. The leg lock, and MJF able to break free.
Super close right there for Kyle. Almost got him. The great thing about Kyle Fletcher, guys, is no moment is too huge for him, and you're seeing it tonight. Looks very calm in there, very focused.
It's as you talked about the big match experience of MJF. I mean, it's going to be a big match on August 25th, but it was a big match last year at Wembley Stadium when MJF defended the AEW World Championship in the main event in front of 81,000 fans.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
You were competing on that event last year at Wembley. That's going to equate to a lot of big match experience just from that one show. That's another high kick catching MJF while he was on the apron. Kyle's got to try to follow up here with something. Just be careful. You don't want to make sure Max is not playing possum on the outside.
yeah, he did last time, Tad. You are right. Here we go.
Fletcher. See that MJF. Yeah, I can draw first to that character. If he's playing possum, he might be a dead possum.
Fortune favors the bold, as they like to say. I would have stayed in the ring. He took a chance, paid off.
Yes, I never heard anyone say that about Fletcher or Bulls, but I get what you're saying, Don. But right now, MJF getting himself out of harm's way. That's smart.
So, as you know, we talk so much about
What the fuck was that?
Nothing.
Yeah, it was something because it just scared the shit out of me. Now, what was that?
I just told you, nothing.
Fuck it, ain't.
Fine, it was a piece to the camera thing. You happy?
Piece what?
It's a piece to the camera thing.
What camera thing?
The camera that we use for people that we used to have Dusty with.
Shit, hold on.
It wasn't like glass or something. No, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back, bro.
Huh?
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Birmingham Jones, so give me this. The one trick is, trying to match like a very important piece of my fitness sheet.
Right. If you know what if you know what dropped Michael, it was this.
Oh, okay.
I just had to use the bathroom, okay?
Great. Good for you. Hope everything came out okay. Anyway,
You said your good nights. You say something about Tammy Lynn Cinch and Taylor Swift.
right. But now I remembered something else. Number one, I found out that, are we still on?
Yeah.
Okay. I found out that when Shane McMahon does debut with AEW, they're going to refer to him as Shane Brandon. What sense does that make when...
His middle name is Brandon.
Well, yes, but why refer to him that way when 99.9% of the world already knows that he is Shane McMahon? It's not like they're hiding anything. Also, if you want to check out the Tonight Show, tonight with Jimmy Fallon, 11:30, 10:30 Central on NBC, Jimmy is going to have Jafar Jackson on. Jafar is I believe, the youngest of Jermaine's children, and he's going to talk about his portrayal of Michael in 2025, as that comes out in theaters in April of 2025. And maybe we'll get a sense of how in depth into the story they're going to go. Anyway, if you want to check that out tonight, Jafar Jackson on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. And just a curiosity, why refer to him as Shane Brandon when everybody already knows he's McMahon? Anyway,
back to AEW
let's
Dynamite.
go back to AEW.
The ring acumen of MJF, he's a listen person, but a great athlete, great strategy, does everything right in the ring. Now look at Fletcher, he is going to throw caution at the wind. What the hell is Kyle? Look at him, Dom. What's he doing? Well, we talked about this. Yeah, but it looks like Kyle hurt himself as well. He's down, look, holding his knees, his ankles. The tough landing, you know, you want to get pulled off yourself and hit your opponent. You're still landing really hard. And that top turnbuckle, the top of the thing I look at here and watch the landing to both these men. That's tough when you land on your feet like that, Don. It buckles your knees and your ankles. 100%. Well, you know, Taz and Don, we've seen guys jump off and break ankles. Oh, yeah. Unusual. Yes. Definitely get hurt badly. Right back up top. I don't know if I like this. Fletcher since the top of MJF trying to take himself out of play, but he saw the risks that Fletcher's willing to take with MJF. MJF's looking like he's on the sidelines. Take full time. That's not halftime, son. We go. But I needed oxygen after the win last 3 minutes, so this is not surprising. MJF's intellect is really unmatched, I think, in professional wrestling right now. And he's showing it, making all the good strategic moves to get out of harm's way. Fletcher crashing into the barricade. And MJF underneath the bottom rope to break the count. Fletcher even more trouble before now as MJF digging his teeth into his forehead. What is wrong with him? That he has to take a man's and throw it away.
He's insecure. He's a jerk. He's just got tripped up into the barricade.
Who's a psycho?
And I think there's nothing wrong with what he did with that fan, other than it put him in a position that he let his opponent get too much hits.
That's a good call, Don. It really is.
Who cares about the fan? Wait a second. Fletcher just flinging himself at MJF. Kyle's doing it. Now Fletcher in the stands right now. He's got to get MJF back over the rail, back into the ring because Paige Turner getting the tap count.
You know, we've seen the making of a star right before our eyes with Kyle Fletcher.
You're welcome. I was going to say, to Don Callis' credit, as much as I hate to get to him, he identified what Fletcher possessed with Fletcher. Now with a chance to earn a shot at the EW International Championship. As Fletcher to the top of the connects. 1, 2, no!
It's a big elbow drop. You got to credit Max on that kick out. Tough to do that when a guy lands right on your chest like that. Yeah, that elbow takes you right perfectly executed. That was greatly done by Kyle, by Fletcher for sure.
MJF down, but not for the count. Fletcher regaining the advantage and gaining the support of the crowd.
Kyle may be enjoying the crowd reaction a little too much.
Yeah, good call. Shoulder driven into the mat once again by the American champion MJF.
Oh, it's not by MJF. Again, remember the body part he was working on. That's that shoulder, that arm, and he zoned in on it, did Max.
MJF has been using that sheer drop brainbuster as a finishing technique for the last few weeks, and now Fletcher got able to avoid it. Fletcher, here we go.
Oh, Max started off again.
Fletcher, that goes across by MJF. Excuse me, Fletcher able to escape.
What a great counter crossing those legs. Little overzealous right there was Fletcher, the aided elbow. Watch the arm.
Fletcher was holding on to that top rope to keep himself upright, and MJF taking advantage of the exposed leg. But Fletcher rolls through counters. And Padre refresh, power out attempted. War wheel drop by MJF.
That's a lot of whiplash impact right there.
And now that hammerlock.
It's dangerous right here.
And MJF, D, is that going to be it?
Smoke tremor.
Floats over 1, 2, oh, Fletcher!
Excellent kick out. Excellent job by Kyle. Because you get dropped on your head while your arm is hammerlocked. You're defenseless.
And we look next. Max doesn't hesitate. He broke Garcia's neck. We all saw it. It makes me nervous seeing him in there with one of my guys. Especially this close to All in London. MJF, perhaps looking to send a message to Will Ospreay that I'm gonna take out your best friend. I'm gonna injure him permanently. And that's gonna weigh on your mind on August 25th. Max is a master of psychological warfare. There's no doubt about it. Takes one another.
Isn't it amazing that Max is so good in the ring and such a master in the ring, but such a horrible human being?
Who cares? This isn't a church picnic, Shivani. I'm here to beat the wrestler and win matches like the rest of them.
I know it's not a church picnic, Don. He's getting super cocky right here as MJF. There you go. He's kind of taking off Kyle a bit.
Wannabe Ospreay, that's not going to go over well with Kyle. He hates hearing that.
So there we go. He's got the man's face.
You could have landed a big left hand into an exposed jaw of Kyle Fletcher, but instead chose to try to humiliate Fletcher by spitting in his face. And now Fletcher making him pay for that. Left and right raining all over the body, the head of MJF. The boot caught out into the eye of MJF.
Just one step ahead each time is MJF.
MJF trying to take him off his game. And look at that.
Put him on the side there. There was enough, maybe. Oh, maybe not.
Fletcher comes back elbow strike with a. Excuse me, MJF came back rolling strike. Back and forth blows the destroyer there by MJF. Fletcher, what a
We are nearing the halfway point of this 3-minute time limit in this AEW American Championship Eliminator match. And remember, the former champion, the inaugural champion, coming here by Fletcher, too. Kicking out immediately into the salt of the earth. Nice transition by MJF with that uppercut. Oh, man, MJF breaks free. Fletcher. On the side, long darted face first that middle trail. Snake Eyes Jones right there in that second buckle, man. That sucks when that happens. And the point I was going to bring up, though, is that the Bastard Pack does possess the next shot at the AEW International Championship. He was the inaugural All-Atlantic champion with an opportunity to become two-time champion, as it were, in this ever-changing, ever-evolving naming of this title. Fletcher! Nicely done. Put into the jaw, MJF. In position to work, Fletcher perhaps take a superplex here. Watch this, guys. MJF being brought up as Fletcher. Over if he hits it. Fletcher can take a turn with that brainbuster, but how to do that next? How to do it to get out of what Kyle's about to do. Oh, wait a second. This. You mentioned Dan Garcia and the damage to his neck. He broke his neck with this. That's what he's trying to do here, Don. Fletcher able to avoid. Great counter by Fletcher. And this. Sunrise attempting Fletcher to the win. Super close. Hold to his hand. Here's breath away from coming free. Fletcher brings MJ.
Fletcher. I know what he's going to do. I want to be the king of the no.
Easy saying that sitting here. Not supposed to be in the ring. The same screwdriver he used, Kenny Omega knows all about that as well. Well, Fletcher's got an opportunity to really basically win this match, and that screwdriver has turned the tide for Will Ospreay. It's turned the tide for Konosuke Takeshita. Could it turn the tide for Kyle Fletcher here tonight? Is he going to use it? Is he going to use it?
What are you doing, Kyle? Don't waste your time.
It's a damn screwdriver. You did the right thing.
That's son of a bitch.
Yeah, Barry Bianchi right there. The low blow from MJF, and now, as if to add insult to injury, yeah, he whiplaps his head for sure. And MJF, now that sheer drop, brainbuster, center of the ring, 2, 3. The American champion, MJF. Well, Kyle Fletcher had an amazing outing here. He was excellent at treating the ropes, almost won the match. I don't know, man. You got to look at Don Callis come out with that screwdriver, kind of screwed things up, pun intended, in my opinion. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher, he was torn on whether to use the screwdriver or not, Tony. And ultimately, the indecision, I think, may have cost Fletcher here tonight. And definitely my emotions carry away with another disease. Oh, yeah, that's Will Ospreay here. Well, Ospreay locked in. Here backstage, and now the road caser in front of the door. What is going on here? Who did that? Is Ospreay using that viewing area that was all locked in it? Oh, no!
What the?
And you're saying a guy like this does not deserve a screwdriver to the head? Well, I hear you. MJF needs to be very careful here. I mean, assaulting an official now with the dynamite diamond ring in his hands. Now Callis is just going nuts at ringside. MJF lines him up and drops Kyle Fletcher. Look at him. He's already dropped him. It's the ring. Well, that ring has brought MJF a ton of success throughout his career here in AEW. And right there, you saw Fletcher get dropped after a spectacular match And Ospreay was trapped backstage somehow. It was a spectacular match. You are right, Taz. And now MJF, not content. Put it down, yeah. Look at this. Weighing down left hand on the head of Kyle Fletcher. Such a bloody. I'm just saying that the blood is on your hands, Ospreay. That's what Max was just saying. I'm gonna do what you got balls to do, Will. Yeah, MJF said, well, he's gonna do what Will Ospreay wants. I know if MJF realizes that Ospreay's not trapped behind that room anymore. That's right. That's right. And you know, he's looking for that tiger driver 91. Yes, it's good call. MJF saying that he's gonna Will Ospreay making it to ringside and making a hasty retreat here out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And Ospreay calling for the ringside physician. And you know, on some level, those words from MJF had to hit home for Ospreay. That Ospreay. Dr. Michael Sampson obviously checking on Kyle Fletcher. See Ospreay very conservative. Doc Callis seems more content to argue with Will Ospreay than to attend to Kyle Fletcher. With fans coming up ahead of All in London, a high-stakes main event tonight, and it is anything goes.
Brian, it sounds like you've got one foot out the door. If you're going to go all in, freaking go all in.
I was a little bothered because
people know without question that he's prepared to take on the Swerve.
well, obviously a scary moment there with Kyle Fletcher, and we saw him on his own power with the assistant ringside physician, Dr. Michael Sampson, make his way to the back. But MJF, classless, but talk about classy. Jeff Jarrett, the way he's been treating, the way he's been trying to motivate Bryan Danielson ahead of All in London, that's been incredible.
Next back, everyone Paul with 8 20-minute time. Registering from London, England, the Glamour, Mariah May.
And from one championship match to another, the woman that will challenge Timeless Tony Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship, none other than the Owen Hart Foundation tournament winner, the Glamour, Mariah May, carrying that shoe which she bloodied the champion Timeless Tony Storm. Her former mentor, shocked everyone throughout the wrestling world and AEW fans worldwide. But more importantly, it shocked Tony Storm when Mariah did that. And I'll tell you what, Shivani, it'd be tough to argue if anyone has more momentum in the women's division than this lady here.
Yeah, I agree. And she's lit a fire under Tony Storm. No doubt about that.
And we're going to Viva Van.
Viva Van, very talented attention to that, calls her matches in the past on AEW Dark, but she competes primarily in Southern California. Now it's an opportunity here on this big. Oh, Mariah May! That was a headbutt, I believe. Yeah, headbutt. Yeah, caught Van charging in. And I was going to say, this might be a tough test for Mariah May, but this could be a statement maker for Viva Van. She picks up the victory over the top contender for the AEW Women's World Championship. A couple of standing switches by both ladies and a released German suplex by Mariah. Well done there. And Mariah May. It was mayhem this past Saturday at Collision. Mariah May was going to be at the commentary desk, but Timeless Tony Storm just turned all of her ire, turned all of her rage on her former protege.
Big crossbody off the stage, too, on the floor. And again, she's lit a fire. But I'm telling you, Mariah May, we've known this since she's arrived. She can go in the ring. She's a talented young lady.
There's no doubt about that. Between the ropes, Mariah is excellent for sure. Mariah. Big time drop kick. Yeah, the people here in Winston-Salem, they want Tony. That's a good saying. That's not you, Shivani.
I know that. I know exactly who they want.
Tony with an eye, damn it.
Look at repeatedly driving Viva Van's head into that top turnbuckle pad. Now Mariah May. There's moments here where, I mean, even though this is very early going, I mean, it could have attempted a pinfall, could have attempted to win this match, but Mariah seems content to inflict punishment on her opponent.
Yeah, you're right. That's what Mariah wants to do, but you had a back turn too quick.
Viva Van high step the wall up. Mariah able to escape, back fist tucked underneath, and Mariah the lariat takes down Viva.
And this was apparent. I mean, we've said it before.
On top of that drop kick, drive down Viva Van and fast. This match will continue in picture Mariah May battering her opponent.
Saturdays after Collision. This is a
Because we watch
Dude, it'd be like a duo.
Dinner with opponent Saturday night on TBS. AEW Dynamite Live on TBS, the top contender in the AEW Women's Division, Mariah May, trying to make an example of her opponent, Viva Van.
It's been probably 90-10, right? I would say watching Mariah here for sure.
It has, but Mariah, and the receiving end.
We're at a 5. That was impressive.
great leg trip that time. And Viva Van, of course, had a chance to become CMLL Women's World Champion recently. Now a chance to do a lot of damage to Mariah May's viewer Rice.
Well, right into the face of Viva Van, and now you see punching the top of the head.
That is just viciousness right there, Ted.
Yeah, when you don't see it coming, those are worse. Gives them kind of like, oh, there's a little kiss before I finish you off.
Similar thing that she did to Thomas Storm, that kiss of death before the running knee strike.
Oh.
And man, Mariah May just destroyed Viva Van with that, and Mariah's not done yet. Viva up onto the shoulders, Mayday center of the ring. And no sense of urgency. Mariah could have ended this at any point.
What is she trying to do here? Is this the quote-unquote send a message? I don't get it.
Oh, Storm 0.
That was right there.
1, 2, 3.
Mariah May.
Look at that evil smile. She's not a good person. There's her Owen Hart belt and the shoe.
And could Mariah May add the AEW Women's World Championship to her collection? We will find out Sunday, August 25th, live on pay-per-view, when she will challenge her former mentor, Timeless Tony Storm, for that AEW Women's World Championship.
What's this here?
A gift being presented.
Is it Mariah's birthday? Or what's going on? It's not the holiday season, right? I don't think it is.
Right, so that just passed a couple days ago. Good point, Taz. Thank you. That was Tony Storm cradling Mariah May. It said something on the back. I don't know why. I think, yeah, there it is. I don't think Mariah realizes it. The fans see it. Oh, message sent.
Cat fight.
Yeah, that's
Came in with the head of steam, but Mariah coming up. But the shoe and now the shoe in hand. Tony trying to wrench the shoe out of the grip of Mariah May. Edwards holding back Tony Storm.
What's with the hero do right now?
Like she did the hard. And it's a referee call. Trying to protect. I mean, that's just Mariah May trying to protect this match for all in London.
That seems to be the only reason that the fans won't see the shoe ahead right now.
As Tony Storm giving her Lexington, but Mariah May likewise returning fire. These women are not going to have to wait long to lock horns. It will be just over 2 weeks away. It's 25th.
needs to win it. I cannot wait for this match. I'm telling you something, guys. It's one of the matches I'm really looking forward to. Look at the face of Toni Storm. Timeless Toni Storm.
18 days away, Sunday, August 25th, London in the Wembley Stadium, timeless Toni Storm, Mariah May, one-on-one. But also, coming up at All In London, the TNT champion, Jack Perry, will look to defend his title against the former champion, the reckless, the risk-taking Darby Allin.
I forgot there was a TNT title. Until they mentioned Jack Perry. But he hasn't been on for so long that
At University of Maryland Global Campus, getting a bachelor's degree doesn't have to mean starting from scratch. Here, you can earn up to 90 undergraduate credits for relevant experience. What will your next success be?
Magellan, Amelia Earhart.
Last time me and Jack were in the ring together, everybody's asking me, why don't I just light him on fire and end this whole thing? It's simple. Because you'd have every excuse not to show up at Wembley. TNT champion. I don't even know when the last time you've been on TNT. Well, you talk about sacrifices. You gotta sacrifice this, you gotta sacrifice this. You don't have to sacrifice any more of your time, Jack. You don't gotta show up on Dynamite. You don't even gotta show up this Friday on Rampage when I wrestle in Winston-Salem. You don't even gotta show up on Collision. But you gotta show up at All In Wembley.
Well, the clock is ticking for the TNT champion, Jack Perry.
That's going to be quite a battle based on what happened in Blood and Guts. My God.
It's quite a battle when security came through the break and escorted Taz away from the tents. He was not happy about that.
No, he wasn't there. I don't like it.
And I think I'm sure Chris Jericho, his relationship with Matthew Nicholas, Jackson, and Peace had something to do with that.
November 30th.
We can ask Jericho that for ourselves in a few moments.
They just announced
what day is November 30th?
on a Saturday.
Okay.
It says it is announced that Survivor Series 2024 will be on November 30th in Vancouver, Canada.
Son, there's no way we're going to be able to get on a plane
No.
and go to Canada.
We're going to watch it on Peacock.
Well, you can.
You can too.
I told you. After my birthday, no more.
You don't want to watch your last match with Roman Reigns and the Usos against Bloodline?
It'll happen long before that.
He and his opponent tonight, Katsuyori
Okay.
and numerous warnings over the last few over the last month or so. Shibata injured the arm of Michael Keith. Which I think we're going to quickly take a look at that right here. Where we see Shibata was this past June damage to the tricep of Brian. For an update, he's been reticent, to say the least, to speak on the status of Hook. Hi! But we know we've not seen Hook in nearly a month.
And obviously there was some damage to Hook because of that.
And ladies and gentlemen, being accompanied by Big Bill, the FTW champion, the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho.
That disingenuous smile.
And not even just that damage done to Hook, but what about the damage done to Samoa Joe, the forklift? With Joe loaded up on that pallet, being driven through the wall in Calgary, that Calgary Stampede match. As the FTW champion Chris Jericho, broken finger and all, coming to join us at Desk Taz. Taz mysteriously whisked away by security during the break. Hello, Chris.
Guys, yeah, I'm not sitting next to Taz ever again, so Matthew Nicholas Jackson allowed me to have a console that got him kicked out of here yet again for this match.
And now, from Tokyo, Japan, weight 290 109 pounds, the wrestler, Katsuyori Shibata.
Well, if you burn his son's face, Taz's son's face, I guess you don't want to step aside, but I guess this is as much for your protection as anything else.
Taz is supposed to be a biased announcer, and he's not. If Hook gets burned in a terrible accident, that's not my fault. That's on him.
Tragic. Oh. That was the voice of Big Bill, the Redwood, as the Bad Apple. Brian Keith taking his time, but Katsuyori Shibata very, very composed. And Chris, I do have to ask, how's your finger doing?
Oh, the finger that the murder grandpa broke?
You know, this is yes. How is your finger doing?
It's broken. Look at it. It's all wrapped up badly. Even though that match was awarded 4 stars by Dave Meltzer, he broke my finger. We'll see.
What did you learn from that match, Chris?
I learned that I am the learning tree that can beat anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere, Tony. And that includes you right now if it wanted to.
No argument here.
That's Shibata snapping out of the corner. And Brian Keith down. Keith, you can see him fighting. And
Now, as you know,
oh, wait, this is how Shibata attacked that tricep for Brian Keith.
Same arm.
he put Brian Keith out with that move, but then Brian Keith took out Shibata's arm with the chair. Arm for an arm, as we say in the learning tree.
Listen, branch for a branch. As Shibata attacking the arm once again, really incapacitate Brian Keith. Branch for a branch. That's really clever. Thank you.
Well, the branches love me here tonight. Did you hear them screaming for me?
I heard them screaming.
Chris,
that was one of the best reactions I've ever seen you get. It was unbelievable.
A Road Warrior Pat for sure.
Shibata sent hard into the barricade. Katsuyori Shibata, the last man standing in the unique triumvirate of himself, Hook, and Samoa Joe, all thanks to the actions of Brian Keith, Big Bill, and of course the learning tree, Chris Jericho.
What possesses someone? I know anything. I know it was a Calgary street fight, whatever. What possesses someone to put a man on his foot and run through a wall? Come on.
All's fair in war and war, Shibani. Hook and Samoa Joe have learned what happens when the learning tree are flooded. And now look at Brian Keith right here, taking it out of Shibata's renewed wood.
Well, Katsuyori Shibata in trouble. Brian Keith in the driver's seat. Fans, the action continues. Picture it.
Saturday, we're taking All Elite Wrestling into overdrive. First is AEW Collision. Then stick around for TNT Overdrive.
This is a correction of the most fitting moments.
Have you journaling, Junkie?
Overdrive.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with wrestling. I don't know. Why
At your fingertips.
The wrestler Katsuyori Shibata, the Bad Apple. Brian Keith going one-on-one here tonight at Dynamite, and we are joined at the commentary desk by none other than the learning tree himself, Chris Jericho. Jericho, how would you rate your protege's progress?
I mean, you can see it right here. Brian Keith is tougher, hi guys, and crazier than he's ever been, more intense as he's taking it out on the wrestler. The Bad Apple ain't taking no guff here tonight.
Well, neither is Katsuyori Shibata, just absorbing these blows.
Back into the corner. How about that one blow? William absorbed those blows like his head is ever, and one blow will keep down.
Come on, Bad Apple. Look at these vicious forearms thrown by Shibata. Both these men angry about the injuries they've afflicted on each other by each other.
A headbutt from Brian Keith caught Shibata unawares, and now Keith centered the ring. No drink on Shibata. The cover is hooked. Very close there. Brian Keith, high IQ move there, returning to the arm of Shibata. Beating him in for the exploder. Shibata lowers his weight. Oh, Keith able to overcome. Great suplex here. The cover.
I told you, Brian Keith, very impressive, but much more impressive now since he's been associated with Chris Jericho in the learning tree.
109 days as the FTW champ.
Wow, you're right, Big. You're right, Big Bill. Thank you so much, Redwood.
100 days, I mean, that's something, but 109, Chris, I mean, next level.
And thanks for the cake last week as well.
Of course.
Brian Keith.
Come on, look at that headbutt right to the jaw.
The headbutt catching Shibata in the jaw now. Okay. But Shibata maintains rich control of the Bad Apple. Brian Keith.
You know, Shibata is tremendous, but I think he's better when he's angry. You can tell he's fired up and felt that one. Yes, absolutely. His long-standing relationship with the Von Erich. And now to the Jimmy Guitar. It's not what I like to see. Shibata. Chris Jericho leaving the desk and a bill from behind Shibata. His head striking that top rope. Excalibur, you knew this was going to happen, win or lose. For Shibata, they were going to attack him. And now it's 3-on-1 here for crying out loud. Big blow. He blasted Katsuyori Shibata with that thing. Now, there's Jericho, Big Bill comes up. Brian Keith, big smiles. Who are they trying to put? Look, they're trying to choke the life out of him. Bill and Brian Keith lining up that FTW championship in Jericho's hand. Wait a second.
What the? Oh, dude.
Good game.
Huh?
Here comes Bob. Hold on, it's a double. Steps Big Bill back in. And it's going to ride and be a champion, Chris Jericho. There's no stopping it. Said Jericho to Ross trying to line him up for a suplex, and Jericho bails out. And Jericho apoplectic, but the reemergence of the former FTW champion. Oh, hold on, it's a double hook. What an incredible reaction. The back is great. You see Hook back. Wait a second. They're going back to the ring. Shibata's got to his feet. Now Shibata's getting shoulder shaker with Hook. Well, no problem. Last week, Rush, the Beast Morris, Robert Strong picked up a huge win over the Conglomeration. Conglomeration requested a rematch, but I understand facing some travel issues here tonight as the Hurricane comes into North Carolina.
Orange Cassidy, you are scheduled for a rematch tonight against Roderick Strong, Roosh, and the Beast Mortos. However, the rest of the conglomeration is not here with you. We've been having a ton of travel issues with people getting into North Carolina tonight. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm still going to do it.
Do you think that that's a good idea?
I mean, probably not. But I found a couple of local boys that they were actually looking for a fight. So you'll be all right.
Okay. Let me know if you need anything.
Do you want to wrestle for me?
No.
Yeah, I would let you do that. I'm just kidding. All right, I gotta go. Bye.
Good luck.
Orange Cassidy getting some reinforcements here tonight. But coming up next on Dynamite, the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland will sit down with good old JR, the Hall of Famer, Jim Ross.
You can only get Randy's new saucy.
Hey guys, joining me now, Hangman Adam Page. Hangman, last week on Dynamite, you lost to Darby Allin. You know, ever since you returned between the Owen, the loss at Blood and Guts to what happened last week, you've not exactly been getting the outcomes you've been looking for.
There has been one thing, one man that I wanted to take everything that I could from him, to leave him with nothing but the ash of his pride. But for that one man, there have been a dozen or more other dumbasses to get in my way, and justice delayed is justice denied. But look at me and believe me when I tell you that I will have what I want.
Well, Hangman Adam Page obviously still laser focused on Swerve Strickland. But speaking of which, the Hall of Fame voice of professional wrestling, Jim Ross, sat down with the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland earlier today. Let's take a look.
So I'm just excited about what the fans are going to see. And I don't know that enough of them understand what they could miss if they don't watch this event. That motivates me as a broadcaster.
Right.
Does it motivate you as a wrestler?
In every single way. In every fiber of my being, in every molecule in my body. I am beyond motivated. Tagging with and going against legends last year, all in and losing, to going all the way to main eventing this year. It means the world to me. And that path truly changed me as an individual.
You've done some controversial things.
For sure.
You feel any remorse over those, or did you do it just because that's what I had to do?
Once again, like I said, you knock on the door long enough and they don't allow you in, you got to make noise.
I got you.
And if you make enough noise, people will listen finally.
Have you sat back and thought about how violent and punishing Bryan Danielson is?
And I think people are taking away how physical this match is going to really be.
Agree 100%.
I was sitting back on my couch watching Bryan Danielson kick people's teeth out.
Yeah.
Literally, on camera. I know what he has left in him. And that's why he's fighting as hard as he is. Especially against me. He knows how hard he has to fight against me.
He's wrestling this match as if it is his last one.
It could be.
But he's talking like this is it. Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, this is before he even gets to the AEW World Championship. If that wasn't enough of a prize and a motivator for Bryan, now it's about legacy. Legacy is what's on the line. And he's running to a crossroads from the simple fact that who is he without any of this? He needs something to get up in the morning and fight for. And without it, who is he? If I was in the same situation as him and the roles were reversed, would he give a damn about me? Would anybody in this roster give a damn that I was going to be on my way out?
Let me say this. They shouldn't.
They shouldn't, so why should I?
That's right.
I'm in the position, I'm in the driver's seat now. I control the narrative. I control the fate. I control this company now at this point. That's what worries people, and that's what worries people about me holding this. And it should worry Bryan as well. Because, do I really care about him being a father? No. Do I really care about him being a parent and coming home to breathe and all this other stuff? Not really.
I believe this is going to be the toughest match you've ever had. Knowing.
Now, why do you believe that? What makes you think that? What happens when his body gives out on him? How does he defend himself? What if the nerves in his arm just don't work anymore? His neck seizes on him. Everybody always talks about what they're going to do to inflict pain on somebody else. That's what makes them so good. That's what makes them dangerous. What do you do when none of that works because you can't work?
Well, you know he's going to be hard to beat.
Well,
can you beat Bryan Danielson at Wembley Stadium?
Not only can I beat Bryan Danielson, I will beat Bryan Danielson in Wembley Stadium. And then his legacy belongs to me now.
Will August 25th be the end of Bryan Danielson, or will it be the start of something, of unexplored territory in terms of the AEW World Championship? We will find out all in London. Title versus career.
This is a trios tag team match set for a full 20-minute final. Introduce the first pro, wherever, going, whatever, virtually squeeze, orange, Cassidy.
Well, I guess I'm allowed back at work here after this. It's good to have you back. And it's good to have Hook back as well. Yeah, absolutely. And who are these? They had, Orange Cats had a couple of local guys. Oh, walking more local than this.
Joining him from Asheville, North Carolina, at a combined weight of 443 pounds, that's the Answer Cash Wheeler FTR.
Well, Asheville, North Carolina, just west of us here. And I-40, look at this. We're joined at the death by Don Callis because Rush is part of the opposition for these three, and this is an unexpected twist, I would say, Don.
Well, you know what? I'll do business with anyone if it's in my best interest, and I think you're going to see tonight that what we have planned is in my best interest.
Well, it was 1 week ago that Roosh, Roderick Strong, and the Beast Mortos picked up a victory over the conglomeration trio. Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and tonight the travel issues, though, affecting Kyle O'Reilly, affecting Mark Briscoe. Orange Cassidy was able to make it to town yesterday, but some pretty impressive reinforcements for Orange Cassidy.
It's a good call for Orange Cassidy, but look at this. Lambs to the slaughter is what I would call those guys teaming with Orange.
And their opponents, the Beast Mortos, Roderick Strong, and El Toro Blanco.
Taz, it was impressive 1 week ago when these three guys are teaming up for the first time ever scoring a victory over the conglomeration.
Oh, absolutely. And whenever you can do that, it's first time out, it's just super impressive. But the Don Callis opponent gives us some bad news right here. So FTR and Orange Cassidy need to really be careful.
And speaking of first time ever, I'm not quite sure about this, but at least in my mind, this is the first time ever that Orange Cassidy and FTR have shared a ring, Tony.
Yeah, and I believe you are right. And it's going to be interesting to see how they can gel together as a trio. But I'm telling you, these Mortos, for a guy his size, is an incredible athlete. And to me, Rouge pound for pound is one of the most lethal men that we have here in AEW. Rouge doesn't come out here wearing fancy sunglasses and trying to make a point. Rouge makes a point with his fists, and he's going to do it, and I can't wait to see him stick it to Dax the Axe.
Speaking of somebody that makes a point with their fists, Dax the Axe has a very, very heavy hitter.
Oh, yes, as is his father Cash, both those men. FTR can throw hands, but Rouge can also, as you hear right there with those chops.
Rouge backing up Dax to the corner. That last one might have gotten a little high to the face of Dax.
And Rouge is just so good.
And Beast Mortos drop kick, and drop hold of the stick, and there's the drop kick from Rouge. And now Mortos covered. Since emergency there, Mortos knows exactly who he's stepping into the ring with. Former AEW World Tag Team Champions and FTR, former AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy.
Speaking of former champions, he's known Roderick Strong, who's been, since his arrival here in AEW, has been really successful, both in tag team trios and in singles competition.
Roderick Strong is the man that ended the second reign of Orange Cassidy as an international champion.
Roderick is he can certainly take a lot of punishment.
He's getting punched right now. That's really a little man. Orange Cassidy trying to show him to.
So today, Michael, when we were Miss Tora and Erica wanted Jimmy to play some music with lyrics, and half the people almost fell asleep.
Yeah, I know. I was there for that because he was playing a lot of instrumental music.
That's like for the house for Kristen when she needs to relax. You can play that for Kristen at the house. And did you guys see me and went out of here? Right after you guys booed him, I went out of there.
Yeah.
I don't blame you guys for booing him. He's a nice friend of mine, but he needs better music.
Yeah.
Taven and Bennett, Matt Taven, the Ring of Tag Team Champions, are the Undisputed Kingdom looking at ringside.
I don't know if there's anyone that's tougher for power is tougher than Roddy Strong.
That's hard for a couple of Strong to kick out.
Yeah, really nice snap suplex on Roddy Strong.
really put the offense to him. But yeah, Strong is definitely a tough operator. That teamwork by FTR. Double drop, man. They were making the double drop to the spine of Robert Strong. The first time together, they are really working well. There was a tag and then another tag quickly. Fading in. Mortis and Roosh into the waiting right hands of FTR. A lot of good trios teams around. I'm telling you, I'm liking what I'm seeing from these three. Orange Cassidy and FTR. FTR. What do we got here? Yeah, that's just good. Okay. I'm happy to say Bennett heckling from ringside as this match continues in picture-in-picture.
It's got something new to savor. The fiery menu packed with flavor. 5 of your face, 5 lungs of heat. From out to wild, come on, let's eat. Have it your way.
We're back alive on AEW Dynamite. Big Time Trios match underway. Orange Cassidy getting some surprise reinforcements from North Carolina's own FTR. Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler with Beast Mortos, Robert Strong, and Toro Bronco Rush working together quite well. Here comes Roddy now. Roddy wants to get a little depth. Oh, quick tag out. I kind of like it. I didn't expect it. I think it's smart. Let's see a little double team action, maybe a triple team action. Yeah, Rush is fresh, but didn't he just tag in Mortos? He did. Well, right now, Cash Wheeler on the receiving end of 3 consecutive shots from the opposition as Morales pops up. That's it. And down a small drop, cover, 2, and remember, as long as he could go Morales, he got the pinfall victory over the Rewind World Champion, Mark Briscoe. So he's certainly capable of hanging with the best here in AEW.
Yeah, Mortos 7, or make it Rush 7-1. Mortos has had a lot of success in Ring of Honor and here in AEW. A very popular addition to the Don Callis Sunday family dinners the act time. But Mortos, yes.
Catch Wheeler, though, in the fight for the grip of Robert Strong. Hands of Robert, though, hanging on, trying to anchor Cash into the ring.
Gonna sit down here.
Oh, into the backbreaker. Robert Strong trying to catch down. Break out. Robert maintaining pressure, line pressure, test. With that knee in the back after that backbreaker, this is going to be agony for Cash Wheeler. Especially across the mouth and nose with that touch. You know, this guy, Roddy Strong, we all know this guy. This guy can dismantle the human body in that ring. He's been doing it for a long time, being Roddy Strong. Cash Wheeler, touches around Strong. The roll. And very nearly the victory, but Roddy went for that high knee. Instead, Cash went underneath it now. Oh, nice jab, right there, and a right hand. I'm not seeing why Dax. Yeah, Roddy's been getting the brunt of all of this offense.
Dax has great straight right hand, one of the best in the business.
Heavy Rush has shot to the back of the head. He's got a sucks for that hips. Oh, you get hit with the back of the head. You can't see it like that. That's rough. Mortos is reversed there by Dax underneath, and Mortos taking down the Spinebuster. Nice power again. So, yeah, nice. You're right. Power to spare. Oh, that's right there. 2. Robert Strong telegraphed the back body drop. Dax nearly paid for that. O'Connor all there by Dax. Bridge back. Maybe he would bridge back. Dax up to the middle. Takes down Robert Strong. Allow wrestle. Strong able to kick out.
See more to Dax than just being a striker here tonight.
Oh, no. Between the ropes, him. The FTR, it's a cohesive unit. They are tremendous professional wrestlers, period. Between the ropes, in with that battle. Becoming 2-time former AEW World Tag Team Champions by accident. Dax and Cash for sure, no doubt.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. Every time Roddy gets up, Roddy dishes out those chops too, so it's turnabouts fair play. I'm looking at that table, looking on from ringside, not looking what they're seeing. Their partner in the Undisputed Kingdom is Dax Harwood trying to get his position on the top rope, bringing Robert Strong up. Strong trying to bring his feet inside, trying to slip underneath it. Ooh, that's first. The blind tag made there by Morales. As Morales up to the top. Base Morales taking flight. The cover. And Dax Harwood.
Yes. That big man can fly, Excalibur. It's amazing his size. Very impressive athlete.
Yeah, Morales extremely agile for a man of his size. You know, just at a visual inspection test, you would think that he's a power guy. He's a striker, a lot of big throws, a lot of big blows, but instead, he can do amazing things in the air.
Lots of boots to go up to, need to be able to do that, and he does. Oh, look at this. It's the kingdom of members of
Taven behind the referee's back, and now Mike Bennett getting his shots in as well.
Taven able to win the strike.
Taven and Bennett picking their shots and fans. This trios match continues in picture. Can Cassidy and FTR survive?
Washington crosses the devil.
Injustice Beetlejuice in theater September 6th. Action continues live tonight. AEW Dynamite, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm Excalibur, joined by Taz, Tony Schiavone, and Don Callis. Don, your man Rouge taking the fight, laying some heavy shots to Dax Harwood of FTR.
Rouge really is a one-man wrecking machine.
Oh, Dax, where did you say that?
Both men landed right on the point of the chin. Now, very quickly, we were remiss not asking how Kyle Fletcher's doing after that booty attack. Is he okay? You know, listen, Kyle's going to be fine, but we got to deal with the fact that we're on spray. I mean, listen, I don't know where I was. I would have been, hopefully, would have been there to defend his guy. It says it's his guy. Right, he's right in the room. He's locked and trapped in a room. He didn't realize that he was trying to get through the door. But anyway, back to this match here.
Right now, Dax Harwood is looking for some relief. And now may find it for Orange Cassidy, the first man. Watch out. As freshly squeezed, takes down Rouge. Great job by Orange Cassidy. He's not done there. Cassidy to his feet to nice. Takes down the Turnbuckle. Rouge swinging a miss by Roderick Strong. And DDT.
Nicely done by Mr. OC. Here he goes. He's the first man. Oh, watch out. He's a speed here. There we go.
And Tope takes out Roderick Strong on the outside. Tucks underneath the grip of Morales. And now the Deja, no. Instead, Deja looking to the DDT from Orange Cassidy.
Obviously, you don't know where it's coming from when he's doing that. And when he's going to hook it in. And now, Orange Punch time.
And the overhead coming off. Typically the precursor to the Orange Punch. Right hand from Roderick Strong drives him down the floor. For the spear.
Enough of the distraction there by
Roderick Strong. Dax Harwood gets taken down. Cash the leapfrog over the top. And the power on that Cash.
What a great trio smash.
Rouge ducks under her knee. Drops down Cash, but his back is turned. And while that's happening, Cassidy makes way. Cassidy got Rouge. Barely a one count.
That's a statement kick out right there, guys. Absolutely it is. Look at the face of OC.
And fans understand we have some breaking news directly from Tony Khan about All in London coming up on Sunday, August 25th on the pay-per-view, the Casino Gauntlet match for a guaranteed shot at the AEW World Championship. Some of the biggest names in AEW will be part of this Casino Gauntlet match coming up on August 25th.
Casino Gauntlet match has become quite a spectacle here in AEW. Everybody's looking forward to it. This is going to be the biggest one ever.
As Rouge, the German suplex, and the world title shot will be coming to the winner of the Gauntlet match at any time. But Rouge, maybe winning it right here. The knee leg hawk that gets Wheeler breaks it up.
Great save by Wheeler right there.
And Morales, what a headbutt there, taking down Cash. And Morales, the tornado barely clipping Cash, but caught him enough and almost landing on his feet. Morales hitting a Taven Bennett in the crowd. Still got a million on the floor. Yeah, right on his tailbone with Orange Cassidy. That's why he's grabbing his buttocks like that. That's a tough landing. On that one punch. That type of down. Oh, here we go. Take his teeth out. That's what if it's going to happen. You get the punch. Looks for Quebec. Matt's already in his own. What a freaking match. What Matt Rush is. Yes, they are like both to Dax and Cash. Look at Rush. Travis is right beside this guy. Fighting his way out of some very deep water. Rush again. That hit the spot. Oh, that's Rush. Gonna get him. Dax.
Oh, you're in the loss of the match. What are your feelings about this? What am I? Shock. Great debut for OFTR. Hell of a battle. Hell of a trios match for sure. Oh, whoa.
Well, the top contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, they claim they had some words for FTR and Collision this past Saturday.
Whoa! It sounds like it's just not me. It sounds like it's just not North Carolina. Sounds like the mic people don't want you to talk either tonight. Listen, you guys I have all the respect in the world for what you've done for AEW. I really do. But here's the problem. This goes beyond AEW. This is for the AEW. You know what? I'm not as eloquent on the mic as y'all. We're real men. Break through this wall. Let's go.
Wow, they're fighting the fight. FTR now going right at the acclaimed Kevin Owens. And security once again become involved, having to separate combatants here. Dax and Cash, Bones and Caster.
Man, I love how emotions are high 18 days away from Wembley. I just love it.
Well, remember, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Acclaim, they are the top contenders for those titles with FTR. I mean, they say that they're the top contenders. They're the team that should dethrone the Young Bucks.
Somebody combustible items going into All In. And I can't wait for Wembley coming up on the 25th.
Well, speaking of combustible items, let's take you back to this past Saturday night at Collision. The AEW World Trios Champions, the Patriarchy.
Saturday, we're taking All Elite Wrestling into overdrive. First, it's AEW with us. But most importantly, me. Rev up your Saturday nights. Starting with AEW Collision, Saturday at 8, immediately followed by Overdrive on TNT.
The last man all around. He's coming up with something different every week.
Sweeping for this one.
Listen to the thing we started in.
Wow, look at that smooth as silk. Wow!
It's a human violent trail.
This risk-taking, flashy young star.
We're the fans of the championship, and there is no question.
One of the most innovative, exciting young stars in all of wrestling today. Tony Schiavone, I gotta say, quite chivalrous. Best you and I have been able to call all of his matches on Collision.
3 weeks, undefeated, spectacular. Paul Brand is going to make a difference here at AEW. This is a 2-on-1 match. 7 ball, a 20-minute contest. Being accompanied by the CEO for Save Money.
Breakhouse. Camille.
You want to talk about a difference maker? Camille has been exactly that for Mercedes Moné. Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Clara Carter and Jasmine House.
I mean, she definitely is a difference maker. Let's break out two situations. Two that look like that to a wood chipper. That is maybe not a wood chipper, but a brick house. Looks like Shivani in the production meeting.
Don't come back from that.
Well, a 2-on-1 match here tonight for Camille. And these two women, I think, missing an opportunity there, trying to get, should have got the jump on Camille, because if she gets moving, these two young women are in serious trouble.
Look at Mercedes on the outside. She's ready. She loves it. She knows who she is aligned with in Camille, how dominant this new Camille is.
And Mercedes Moné, of course, the New Japan Strong Women's champion, and as well as the TBS champion. And that TBS championship will be on the line at All In London, 18 days away.
This milk chick that reminds me of Nicole Bassett.
Puts that championship up for
Five
grabs.
star.
That's Dr. Rick Baker, DMD.
Camille.
versus DMD.
Oh yeah.
Look at these two ladies trying their best to this incredible athletic specimen.
Well, yeah, you have to try it. It's all the rules. It's 2-on-1, so you got to try not to be made an example of if you're one of the other two ladies here. But Camille, Shivani, she's just so powerful and tough.
Yeah, she came in to AEW just incredible. She wrecked Dr. Britt Baker DMD like she was nothing. I mean, just picked her up just easily.
Yeah, the torture rack bomb is. Oh, Camille got one, and now a pump kick. Full extension, full destruction. As now Camille, there's that torture rack. She gets her opponent up this. Camille applies the rack and then the bomb. Just devastation by the Brickhouse Camille. And the CEO loves it on the outside.
She's the muscle.
Camille. Oh, God. Camille covering both opponents and getting nowhere.
The Brickhouse. Camille.
Camille set the tone for sure on the women's roster, and the CEO at the top of the heap there saying, "This is my lady right here. How tough and strong she is."
Say hello to the Brickhouse, Camille.
All right, does Britt Baker, does Dr. Britt Baker stand a chance
In
at All
North
In
Carolina,
London?
please say hello to your CEO. And don't even waste your breath on chanting the DMD, because she is not here tonight. Shout out to my EVPs for suspending Britt Baker, so we don't have to deal with her till All In. How sweet is that?
Very sweet.
Look, I hate to be the one to break it to you guys, but the DMD is not here. Oh, poor little DMD. Let's talk about the DMD. She is the first ever woman signed here in AEW. How impressive. But you know, they always say that Britt's the first, but never the best. But these two titles let you know that I'm the best in AEW.
Pardon me, CEO up here. I've just been informed by Christopher Daniels that Tony Khan has overruled the Elite, and he has lifted the suspension of Dr. Britt Baker DMD. And we do understand that we do have Britt Baker via satellite standing by. Let's go to it.
Mercedes, you can run, get a bodyguard, and even get me suspended. But you can't stop me. This match is on at All In, just like I've been all in since day one. And when I make a commitment to something, I see it through to the end. Unlike you. Because we all know the second things don't go your way, you take your ball and you go home. You're not the future. Let's get real. AEW is just the flavor of the month for you, where for me, AEW is home. So go ahead, Mercedes, walk your walk, talk your talk, and count your money. But this ends at All In, when I become TBS champion and the first female in AEW to beat Mercedes Moné. And now I have 7 days to think of how I'm going to get my hands on you next week. And if you doubt for a single second that I won't be able to figure out a way, don't. You can trust me. I'm a doctor. Yours truly, Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D.
Well, Britt Baker sending a message to the CEO and Camille. Trying to calm down the TBS champion, but CEO not too happy, but 18 days.
Yeah, they will figure it out at All In London. CEO versus DMD for the TBS championship. But also in 18 days' time, it will be Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson, Swerve Strickland's AEW World Championship. Welcome back to Dynamite. Let's take you back to this past Saturday. 3 international. Kazuchika Okada and Claudio Castagnoli will go. Kazuchika Okada and Claudio Castagnoli will go face to face live on Dynamite.
Ladies and gentlemen, ranking the Dragon, Steamboat.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Tony, a man who is so closely tied to professional wrestling. I mean, throughout the entire world, but especially right here in the Mid-Atlantic.
Still get goosebumps every time he walks into the arena. He looks great. He stays in great shape.
And one of the greatest of all time, there's no doubt about it. And Ricky, I know the Dragon a long time, is a good man too, real good dude, no doubt. Happy he's here.
And Ricky will be joining us here at the desk for our main event. This one-on-one anything goes matchup.
What's sincere, anything goes in your main event tonight. And the only win is by pinfall or submission. Originating from Aberdeen, Washington, 197 pounds, the American Dragon.
My goodness, I didn't expect that. It's anything goes though, right? And they're good.
He's starting with the guitar. You see, Jay Lee question what Chuck Jarrett's doing. I mean, Mr. Steamboat, we've heard from Chuck Jarrett over the last few weeks. He says that Bryan Danielson needs to be prepared for anything at Wembley Stadium and All In London. Do you think this is Jarrett's way of preparing him?
This is his signature trademark. Okay, he's always been a backstabber. He's always taken the low road. But it truly feels that this is a way to get Danielson ready. This is a Jeff Jarrett way.
It definitely is, Rick, and I'll tell you what, if he keeps bringing this type of offense, Jarrett, I don't know if Danielson's going to make it to London. You know what I mean? Like, this is heavy.
It is heavy, but I tell you, Danielson's been down this road several times. He's always managed to make it back.
Yeah, and maybe Chuck Jarrett thinking pain is the best teacher, but you know, Tony, we know that the links That's Swerve Strickland went to capture the AEW World Championship. Just imagine the lengths he would go to defend that championship on AEW's biggest stage.
When you got a wrestle man like Swerve, nobody better can wrestle than Jeff Jarrett. But of course, you're right, Shivani. Of course, the unpredictability and the violence that Jarrett could bring. And Jarrett is right now being, needless to say, Ricky Steamboat very aggressive, but he is preparing Bryan Danielson for what's going to happen in 18 days.
Well, that's true. And what a little bit that I've seen on some film of his opponent over there, yeah. The guy's a monster.
Yeah, Swerve Strickland is. He's been a great champion at AEW.
And absolutely ruthless as well.
Absolutely. What you got to be, right? I mean,
You do have Jarrett, the front to the eyes. And Jarrett, this is what as we're saying, is no stranger to a match like this. And he's floating in the liquor strip here. You know, and no correction about taking this match to the concession stands. You know, his mindset that I'm talking about Jarrett is to get Danielson ready. He's going to do everything that he possibly can do to him.
Ladies, you can see the KTT on the back. Danielson has put his career on the line for one match. And look at for crying out loud.
This is a very tough lesson for Bryan Danielson, a very tough wake-up call, I should say. Danielson, among the best wrestlers in the world, but Jeff Jarrett is trying to say, you need to be prepared for everything. And all in one that I suspect.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I think that can in the hand, like a blue can or something. Popping Jarrett is definitely working for Danielson.
Jeff Jarrett may have awoken the American Dragon here, but on the concourse level, laying in those kicks.
And I'm getting fired up. And Ricky Steamboat, you've seen a lot of matches. You've been in matches like this. I mean, sometimes they don't last long, but sometimes they go on forever.
That is true. Yeah. I look at this and it's just like a street fight.
Absolutely.
And a little blow from Jarrett. Of course, all legal hits nowadays, anything goes. Oh, Jeff Jarrett says Danielson crashed in. And you saw Karen Jarrett, you saw Jay Lethal come out. They were surprised by the level of aggression that Jeff Jarrett was showing, but that just shows the gravity of what's going on all in one of Jarrett. I mean, he's been so motivated ever since that Old Heart Foundation's come back this year.
I'm saying, for me personally, it's so great to be sitting out here with the legend Ricky Steamboat. I called many of his matches back in the day on TBS. Called many great Jeff Jarrett matches, and now Bryan Danielson is feels like it'd be three different eras. It's staring us in the face right here as we head to Redneck Stadium. What a moment. What a moment. I'm telling you, it just proves you've been around like, what, 300-400 years? It feels that way. Sometimes
it's going to be nice to say 300 years.
This is absolutely great.
Bryan Danielson just getting bounced all around by those vicious right hands of Jeff Jarrett. And Jarrett now, once again, they're going to suplex. They blocked it, he blocked that, that's no right. And then garbage came all out of the way. A very, very rough landing for Jeff Jarrett and his fans on main event. It's anything goes. It's anything goes. It's Jeff Jarrett and Bryan Danielson, and it continues in picture.
Saturdays after Collision. This is a correction.
I still don't understand why they have to go to picture-in-picture. This is a good freaking match.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I mean, come on.
Starbucks cold brew? In a can? What else might be possible? Perhaps finding your dog twin. Too good to be true can be true. New Starbucks cold brew.
We are live. Our main event is underway, and it is wild. American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, Jeff Jarrett, anything goes. And Jeff Jarrett, we've only speculated on his intentions, trying to teach Bryan Danielson, trying to inform him what he's in store for against Swerve Strickland out in London. But if Jarrett continues at this pace, Tony, Bryan Danielson may not make it to London.
Well, what Jarrett is trying to do.
Look at the chat right there. Strickland watching on with Prince Nana.
Absolutely. And obviously, he's thinking about the same thing that you were talking about right there. And he wouldn't mind to see Danielson knock down a peg or two here. I'm telling you, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has joined us here at our broadcast position. Ricky, right now, Jeff Jarrett is controlling this match.
He's taking 80%.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's taking 80% of this match.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I understand what we're all saying. It's true that Jarrett is trying to prepare Danielson for Strickland in London. But I'll tell you what, I don't think Jarrett's just a good practice player. He's trying to win this match, guys.
Yeah, of course he's gonna try to win the match. Look at this.
Danielson now comes back. Hammers Jarrett in the face with that elbow strike.
Ricky, I know you know a lot about Bryan Danielson. He's been an amazing competitor. One of the greats, really.
That's true. I remember going back more than 2 decades.
Sure.
And there was a guy that was following me around, and every time I turned around, I almost had a double knockout with him. Asking me questions, but he was sucking it up like a sponge.
Yeah, I mean, you've known Danielson since he was a young man. What do you think it would mean for professional wrestling if August 25th, if All in London was indeed the end of Danielson's career?
I would say this: he has a career that wrestling fans around the world will talk about it.
Right. Regardless of what happens, I agree.
Regardless of what happens, he's had a storied career.
Well, he sidestepped Jeff Jarrett there. Danielson is now, he's going to go flying here. Danielson. The American Dragon takes flight and knocks down Jeff Jarrett.
And if you don't like this night, this is one of the great nights. I'm telling you, Ricky Steamboat has had so many great matches here in the tri-area here in Winston-Salem, Portsea, Greensboro, and now Jeff Jarrett and Bryan Danielson. We got champions all around us, and Danielson is having a comeback in Chandler.
Who would ever think that we would be watching Jeff Jarrett and Bryan Danielson go one-on-one, let alone in an anything goes match in the main event? With Wembley Stadium just 18 days away.
Yeah, with Ricky Steamboat right here with us. An amazing night.
Tell you what, Jarrett got pretty good with that kick. That one drop kick there by Danielson. He popped Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett trying to let Danielson know the grounding of the situation coming up on August 25th, all in London, and Danielson puts his career on the line against Swerve Strickland. Jeff Jarrett may have been working the Dragon here tonight as Danielson really picking up the aggression over the last few minutes. Just one step ahead. There are many guys that have more experience in today's pro wrestling than Danielson, but Jarrett does. And now Danielson's got an issue with that knee, I believe.
And Ricky Steamboat, needless to say, this is an obvious statement. It takes a great cardiovascular training effort to still stay in a match like this. It really does.
It's amazing. You know, people don't understand they've been going at it now for what, 15, 20 straight minutes. Burning up a lot of energy. And every time you throw something, you're throwing it as hard as you can. Right? And it just keeps burning the energy.
And then wait a second, now Jarrett's leg trapped in that chair.
So I don't understand this.
Yeah,
I think Jeff just letting the moment and his emotions carrying away here. That's my thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's Jeff Jarrett. He could have ended the career of Bryan Danielson here tonight if Danielson swinging for the fences with that one.
Yeah, he just saved himself. He saved himself maybe a broken leg.
Yeah, I think Danielson now he's going in for something, maybe a superplex. No, maybe not. I don't think when his legs like the way they are, might not be. Maybe a spider superplex. Yes, it is. Danielson, he saves himself the punishment by locking his legs in the ropes like that. Yeah, probably more impact too. Great cross strength too to set up for that at this late in a matchup like this. And now we see Danielson trying to will himself back into this fight. And I say fight because that's exactly what this is. Two great competitors doing battle live here on TBS with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on the call. Great missile drop kick by the American Dragon. You can see the intensity in the eyes of Danielson.
That continuing pounding on Danielson's face, starting the show.
Yeah, no, you're right. You can see that the kicks that he reaches down to grab the right knee
On that plant leg to the point you guys are making, you're right. Anticipated. And now
he's got the figure four.
Figure four switched in.
Ricky Steamboat, you've been in the figure 4 many times.
I wish I had $1 for every time I was in it. I'd be a rich man. And it hurts like the dickens, man. The people don't understand that, Ricky, how tight this hold is. I'm gonna use a word here, guys. Go ahead. It's a shoot.
That's true.
That's a legitimate shoot hold.
Yeah, I know. Oh! And so's a job down the knees, my God. What an inventive way to break up a figure 4 bloodlock. Remember, track is anything goes, so it's all good, all legal. That had to be painful for Danielson as well to get out.
Almost certainly, but he was able to escape, and he was looking for the lapel lock, I think, right there, but still the
time. The stroke on the chair. Jackson in here, too. And no, Danielson, they want to kick it out. Danielson may have got the hand up just in time. I'm not sure, but watch out. He's going for it again.
Yep. Jackson, he's looking for the sharpshooter. Oh, my God. Stepping through with the sharpshooter. Perhaps an homage to his late friend, Owen Hart. Jeff Jarrett. He's got it locked in. Can Bryan Danielson survive this? It's anything goes. You know, you're thinking of the legs because he's got it locked in, but it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the lower back.
Lower back and the buttocks.
Transitions into the lapel lock.
Oh, look at that hand. Watch the hand.
Trying to break the grip. He attacked the grip there, Jarrett. That's what you want to do. Break the grip. Very smart. Jarrett works it back on the fingers, loosening the grip off the face. And yeah.
Oh, he rocked the head that time. A lot of Brown Jones.
But, oh, man. Danielson and Jeff Jarrett. Both men on hands and knees, and both men throwing bombs. These are two battle-tested veterans that have been all over the world competing. They go punch for punch. Look at this, just going wild. Haymakers from both sides. Jeff Jarrett gets it carried. Talk about Earnhardt as now Jarrett.
So that's it. That means a stroke.
Stroke is coming by the chair.
Oh my God.
The chair that Jeff Jarrett rushed into that corner. Looks like a knee with that chair at the cover.
You'll never see Bryan Danielson.
Well, there we see Karen Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, all about coming to the ring. And this Wheeler unit of the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson's side. I mean, if Bryan Danielson didn't know what he was in for at All in London, with his career up, all about coming to the ring. As is Wheeler unit of the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson's side. I mean, if Bryan Danielson didn't know what he was in for at All in London, with his career on the line against Spurs AEW World Championship, Jeff Jarrett most certainly made Danielson aware of what kind of fight Danielson is in for in 18 days.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. Steamboat made his way down to the ring here. He's talking to Bryan Danielson through the ropes here. You know, I've mentioned this before. We've had Blood and Guts. We've had so many great events. We've got Wembley coming up in 18 days. It's been an amazing summer for AEW. And with Ricky Steamboat in the ring with Danielson and Jarrett and everybody else. Look at Jeff, the blood coming down from his ears. Yeah, he got caught with
that actually led him to do cycle knee, the chair,
the chair
into the jaw of Jeff Jarrett. But whatever it was, this match, this main event, this was carnage.
Steamboat congratulating both men.
It was a pretty heavy-duty battle for sure between two great veterans.
A memorable moment, no doubt, here as we approach our 5-year anniversary of Dynamite. There you go. How about that for a shot? How about that?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat showing respect to both men. And then handshake. Now I love to Jarrett and Danielson too. This was nothing personal. This was Danielson for this man. Hold on to all the sappiness and all the love and joy. The champ has entered the building, my friends. Where's Swerve?
This should surprise absolutely no one.
There he is. Strickland doing the right thing, coming out here after this great moment to Danielson to put him on notice. I'm assuming that's what Strickland's fixing to do. It's Swerve Strickland's AEW World Championship versus Bryan Danielson's professional wrestling
Well,
career.
would you look at it? Y'all see this? Y'all see this, right? No, you saw that, right? We just witnessed 3 great legends of TBS programming right here in front of our eyes. We got to see Jeff Jarrett. We got to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And now we get to see Swerve Strickland.
Oh.
These are all men that have defined pro wrestling on this network. The difference between us, though, and you, Brian, is we've all been world champions here. The only thing standing between you and this here championship is Swerve Strickland. You're one of the greatest of all time, Brian. That's why it's going to be great for me and a huge honor for when I retire, you would end your career at All In at Wembley Stadium, and your legacy becomes mine. And I will not hesitate to take that kill shot. I promise you. Heck of a match you just had out here. So how you feeling? Legs a little wobbly. Back giving out on you. Losing a little feeling in your fingers. If that's what Jeff Jarrett does to you, just imagine what I'm going to do. A great test for you nonetheless, though. So, how about I get tested as well? You know, I want a little warm up before Wembley Stadium, before All In, before this title defense. I need a sparring partner since you got one. So how about this next week in Norfolk on Dynamite? I step in the ring, your AEW World Champion goes one-on-one with Yuta. You want this shit? This week I just sit in the back and watch you go one-on-one with Jeff Jarrett. But next week I want you to have a front row seat. And I get to show you why I am the most dangerous man in AEW. Whose house?
Swerve house.
What a massive challenge here to go for 1 week from tonight. Swerve Strickland winner, you at one-on-one, but there you see at the bottom of your screen, all in London, live on pay-per-view Sunday, August 25th. AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland, Bryan Danielson, one-on-one. It will be title versus career at Wembley Stadium, live August 25th.
Well, there we go. The show's over. And thank you for being with us. We'll see you Friday.
The Michael Carl over there, the Undertaker. Peace out.
Is a loser, and not just because he's dressed like this.
That's right. You know, today everybody has their heads buried in their phones. You don't like that.